Hi, this is Nick with Wolfman Repairs, and today we got Atari 2600. All right. Now, this particular Atari 2600 was donated to me by one of my friends, so thank you very much. I appreciate the donation to the channel. This Atari actually works really nicely, but you know you got to use all this nonsense to get it to work. And I only have one TV that accepts this nonsense. The rest of the TVs don't. So I went ahead, I bought this CleanComp mod from RetroSix, and we're going to go ahead and clean this Atari 2600 up and install this modification. So let's get started. First thing we got to do is grab our Phillips head screwdriver, flip this thing upside down, and take out the screws. Alright, now I think there's some tabs that we got to take care of. Never actually taken one of these apart before, so bear with me. I think there's a tab here. We got to kind of push to the side. Did that work? I don't know. There's a tab in the middle somewhere. I can't see what I'm doing. We need more light. Alright, I got a little flashlight. Can you see the tab in there now? There's one there. There's one there. And whoa! There's one on the end there. Maybe we could just get in there with a flathead screwdriver. Alright. Got the screwdriver. Let's see if this will work. I'm just trying to push these tabs out of the way. Oh! That was not a good noise. Hopefully we didn't break that one. That didn't sound good either. Can we just lift out now? Ah, we broke all three. Oh man. Oh, we didn't break this one. We did break these two. Oops. That was a little dusty in here. We'll give that a good clean. Alright, now we're inside. Now that we broke things. Now this should get this out of the way. Just flop over. And this should unplug. Alright, sweet. Oh, I got dust bunnies for days in here. And lots of plastic. Now this wasn't all me, I don't think. Maybe it was. Alright, I'll put that away. Stop looking at it. I didn't break anything. It was like that. Alright, let's see. Now to get the shielding off, let's come around the back. Should be able to just bend these tabs. What is that? Some spiders. Cool, cool. Alright, I think I got them all bent up. Except for you. No, that one's bent. Okay. Now we don't have to take the shielding off in the front, but we can, because it'll just fall out once we unbend these tabs. But we don't really need to, because what we need to get at right here. Let me show you on another board what I'm looking at. Now, this one I got as parts, and it just was a part. So this is our chip that we're looking at. I think it's a TIA chip. And we want our mod to live right here. So we don't need to take off the front cover. Now, what I'd like to do on this is, see this pad says ground here? Let's just make sure that this pin is ground so we don't mess up our mod or our Atari. So this is the pin we're looking at. Yeah. We'll make sure we put this mod in the correct orientation. What I really liked about this is I did a lot of research on what mod to do for a AV mod for the 2600, and all the other mods you had to pull out parts, and you know, it just seemed like a lot of unnecessary work. And I don't want, when I mod something, I want to be able to reverse it. So this, I could just, you know, solder these points in and then always come back, and if I don't like it, reverse it. But on the other mods, you gotta rip out parts. Alright, once we're happy with our positioning of our mod, it goes right over those pins, which is pretty neat and pretty easy. You just put a little flux on the pins we're going to solder, and the ones with the black dots, or the black squares around it, are the ones we're going to solder. And also these NTSC ones, we're going to bridge those. Maybe I should turn this around so that it's not upside down for you guys. There we go. I forgot to put flux over here. Should be all right. All right. Well, I guess we're installed already. Now we just got to run the wires. And they also sell this pretty neat loom. It's just, you know, it's already ready to go for you. All right, so let's just tin the pads here. And grab our wire harness. The yellow one's going to be our composite video. The black ones are ground. Okay, then our last two, we got the white. Going to the left here. And our red one going to the right. Alright, sweet. I think we are all set. Clean this off with a little IPA. Make sure none of these wires are touching each other, which I don't think so. They look good. I'll tape that down too. Well, let's see. What I'd like to do is to have this cover go back on and have this come up this way and go right out this little gap here. So let's go ahead and figure this out. Get some tape, tape it down. All right, as long as it holds it in place for now, all right, I guess that'll be all right. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and twist these tabs back a little bit just to hold this cover in place. And I know this is an RF cover and we don't really need it anymore, but it's still nice to just keep everything the way it came from the factory, you know? I kind of like that sometimes. Alright, sweet. Let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit, because before we try it, because it's kind of dusty, just a little bit. I don't know if you could tell, just a little dusty. I mean, this thing's probably older than me, so there's that too. Let's just grab a brush here and just try to brush this stuff off first. Probably should have did this before we modded it, right? When you do this, you want to breathe in real deep. Get all of this dust in your lungs. No, don't do that. Probably should have taken this shielding off, but that's okay. Maybe we'll do a full restoration on this one day. But for now, I want to play it. So we're going to modify it so we can play it on whatever TV we want. Even though composite cables are kind of old at this point. But we can always upscale to HDMI, which is what I plan on doing. Alright, I think we got the bulk of the dust bunnies out of here. Let me go ahead and clean this up. Alright, we're all cleaned up for the time being. Let's give it a nice test out. Okay, we plugged in our AV cables. Power cable going in. We got some Donkey Kong. Get on in there, Donkey Kong. Controller. Alright, here goes nothing. 3, 2, 1. Alright, sweet! How do we start? There you go. Donkey Kong. Oh. Now, is this Mario or is this Jumpman? I know I've argued this point before with my brothers, I believe. I think it's Mario. It sure looks like him. Oh, what happened? I must have hit the cartridge. Sweet. Look how nice that picture looks, too. Alright, awesome. Let's go ahead and get this thing back together. Give it a nice little clean. So we can play some Atari. Alright, get this out of the way. Here's our bottom case. We're just going to give it all a good wipe down. And like I said, maybe later on we'll give it a full restore, recap, all that good stuff. This is the Clorox wipe. I do remember these buttons wouldn't press down or work all that well. So we can pop them out and take a look real quick. I feel bad about breaking these tabs off. It really stinks. But it is part of trying to repair these things sometimes. Sometimes stuff happens. All right. There's one button. There's the other one. Okay, so we're just going to clean under here. I don't think there's anything that we can really service as far as these pads go. All right, sweet. Maybe we should take this out and see if we can clean underneath it. Yeah, because look, it's just like a piece of tape with some buttons in it. Kind of a weird design. I guess it was cheaper to make it that way than the other way there, with switches and stuff. All right, that's good enough. You're back in place? Yeah. All right, let's pop these buttons back in. Well, let's clean them real good, then we'll pop them back in. All right, sweet. Come on, go back in now. Don't want to break anything else. Pretty sure you're just supposed to pop right back in. Pretty sure. There we go. All right, sweet. All right, now what I'd like to do is have this wire come run up this way and kind of come out where the RF would come out. Yeah, just like that. Sweet. That's what we're looking for. Now I'm not going to use RF again. You could desolder this and take it out, but you know, this is fine for me. All right. Before I go further, we're going to clean the cartridge slot. IPA on a brush. Just want to give that a good clean. Let that dry for a second. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little of this deoxit that's leaking all over me. And what I like to do with this stuff is I like to put it on the cartridge itself, like on the pins of the cartridge, and then put the cartridge in. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, just a little bit. Both sides. And put the cartridge in a couple times. Come here with tissue. Wipe off the cartridge itself. And jam it back in a few more times. Okay, that should be nice and ready to go for us. Now, I wish someone didn't break all the clips down here. Why are we not going together? Oh. There we go. All right, sweet. Let's try it out, make sure it still works. Is it on? Yeah, that light's really dim. All right. Sweet. That's really cool. Alright, so that's how you AV mod a Atari 2600 with the CleanComp mod from RetroSix. I'll put a link down in the description below if you want to pick up your own. So that was pretty easy for a modification. I know we got this wire hanging out now, and you know the 2600, this particular model did not have a wire hanging out, but I think it looks pretty good. It works really well, so that's all that matters. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it very much, and we'll see you next time.